Brilliant. Thank you so much, Mark. That's just excellent to see the stories and to be able to share them. So the one page that Mark missed out from the annual report that I'm going to share is our strategic objectives. So those of you that have journeyed with us through the week of prayer, you might have seen this page. But essentially, we're just trying to search God really for what he had for us. And so the board has been through a process over the last 12 months or so of looking at honing what our purpose is as a charity, really trying to get down to the point of our values and what our strategic objectives are moving forward. So very, very briefly then, our purpose is to support and inspire the Birmingham business community to live life to the full. And so that's been our tagline for a while, life to the full. But we just feel that that's actually absolutely bang on what we want to do as we move forward into the future, is keep with Jesus's vision of helping people live life to the full. Our values, three very simple statements and three icons that go with them. Firstly, the business community in Birmingham matters. We care, we love the business community, and we're here, we exist in order to support the business community because they matter. And the second value is the intellectual, emotional and spiritual well-being of all people matters. And again, in that statement, there is the implied desire for us to work not just with Christians, but with people of all faiths and of no faith. And we believe that intellectually, emotionally and spiritually, every individual is important, just as Jesus modelled us. And finally, caring for the welfare of people in the business community enhances the welfare of Birmingham. And with this point, really, it comes down to a heart for the city. And actually a fact that we believe in the city, we love the city, we believe God loves the city, and we want to see the striving of the city by blessing the people that work here. So, and we believe that by caring for the welfare of those individuals that work in the city, we will bless the whole city. And moving on to our strategic objectives, we have two strands now, you'll notice, down the right and the left, with three cross-cutting themes in the middle: the one-to-one listening, building community, and thought leadership. And again, without wishing to read it through for you, I'm sure you can read it yourself. We're keen to continue the Christian Business Network that was started 17 years ago now by Chris Dinsdale and co. And a shout out to Anthony Collins, who hasn't had his name mentioned yet, but I think he's mentioned in every single ChaplaincyPlus meeting that ever happens. So I want to continue that tradition. And so 17 years later, the Christian Business Network is still a core part of our strategic objectives, our desire to serve the Christian Business Network of the city, providing prayerful one-to-one support, bringing people together in groups, and also equipping Christians to be confident about their faith in the workplace in the 21st century. Not necessarily an easy thing to be. And then finally, looking at the City Wellbeing Initiative, this is a brand new initiative that's come out of a couple of years' work for us, but has always been, I would argue, it's always been in the DNA of ChaplaincyPlus, a desire to serve the wider business community of the city. And we've now formulated something called the City Wellbeing Initiative. And that is basically to offer businesses, the business community, thought leadership and practical support in the area of employee well-being. The idea is, very briefly, as you can see, the cross-cutting themes, we're going to offer one-to-one listening, well-being listening service at a work and a personal level. And we go in as well-being champions rather than chaplains, because people don't really know what a chaplain is. That's what I've found as I go out and about. Even in churches, they don't really understand what the role of a chaplain in a business may be. We also want to help them, the business leaders, with their employee well-being strategy, with perhaps workshops, etc., to help them to improve employee well-being across the board. And finally, we feel that we are in a position where we can provide advisory support and increase strategic influence in businesses around employee well-being. So that, in essence, is our strategy moving forward. I'm massively, massively excited about it, and just so grateful that God has led us down this route, and excited to see what happens next.